Welcome back to Daydream Manor Flower Farm, and yeah, I'm inside. It is 104 degrees heat index outside. I was trying to be out there earlier today. If you follow me on Instagram, I have been doing a move my butt challenge just to get back in the swing of things. I had been doing really well walking or doing some type of exercise every day, and then I got into this 6 to 8 week space where I just couldn't work it in and really felt crappy during that time. So I've been challenging myself on Instagram to get out and do some type of form of exercise. I post on my stories to keep myself accountable. But this morning started off rough because the mosquitoes are so bad. Like, I had to come back in and put on a pair of jogging pants because they were just attacking my legs. It's just been wet here, and now it's just, and it's hot. So it's a breeding ground for mosquitoes and for weeds. So I did that this morning, and then I had to pot up some of my Thanksgiving ornamental peppers that I had started back in June, get them into a bigger pot. And I'm just out there and I'm like, why in the hell am I out here? It is too hot. I don't need to be out here. So put it all up. Well, I quickly finished the potting up, and I came inside because I started thinking about it. I just talked about the fall garden, and I was like, but you know what? I really need to check my seed inventory because I'm trying not to buy any fall seeds or spring vegetable seeds. I'm trying to use what I have. Really, because I don't want to waste them. But the other thing is, and they're maybe only viable for about a year or two, so I need to use them. And then the other thing is I need to shift some of my budget into, I need to buy some more dahlia tubers. And I want to buy a pretty good amount. And so I've got to clear up, I've got to loosen up some of my budget in some places. So that was one of the things that I said that I would commit to, that I would not go and buy any more seeds. I mean, I've already ordered all of my, I already have all my cool season flower seeds and next year's spring seeds and summer seeds. I have all of those. So I shouldn't need any of that. Although I ordered everything, and then I looked and I was like, I didn't order enough sunflowers. So I had to go make an order the other afternoon for sunflowers. Because you remember, the rule of thumb to buying seeds is you order when they're blooming. So if you look outside and you see what's blooming right now in your garden, that's the seeds you should be buying. So, and that'll help you keep ahead. Now, I did mine even earlier than that this year, just because last year I got into a little bit of a situation, just trying to get them ordered. They weren't coming in. Made myself nervous, and then I was like, why am I sweating this? So I just went ahead and placed small order. But I did forget, I just didn't order enough sunflowers. So that's the last of the seeds that are coming in. Because like I've said before, y'all, seeds are addicting to buy. Lord have mercy, you can spend some money on seeds. But I came into, because I need to check on my fall seeds. And so I'm going to go through these real quick, and we're going to talk about what I'm going to plant. This is the Michael's photo boxes. I've talked about these before. They have the 4x6 little containers in them. They're clear. I have the color ones that are multicolor, rainbow color, that I use for my flowers. So I have maybe six or seven of those that I use. But I love using these for this. And then I'm also using, I have one that was empty, and so I'm actually using it for my pressed flowers for some of the things that I'm creating to go in my shop on my website. So multiple uses. All right, here's what I have. First off, let me show you this. This was a download I got off of the Louisiana State University Ag Center. They have a big research development, and they share a lot of their resources. This is a PDF that is just recommendations of what to plant and when to plant here in South Louisiana. And so we do have like a 3-month fall planting time, like from August to November. So I just ran through it, and I was like, oh, let me see what I have. So here's what I'm going to plant this year. Let's run through them real quick. So, spinach, check. Squash. I'm going to do spaghetti squash and butternut squash, and hopefully, if planting them a little bit later, then my pest pressure won't be as intense, and maybe they'll have a fighting chance. So, and I have another one in here. It's North Georgia Candy Roaster. Don't know, but I'm gonna try it. So that, and then beets, broccoli. Beets and broccoli, cabbage. I'm not going to do any carrots. When I looked in the freezer and in the canning stuff, I think we're good on that. I want to try celery again this year. Didn't have good luck with it last year, but I'm going to give it another go. Oh, lettuce. Y'all, my favorite new variety of lettuce, and I grew it last year, was this Butter Crunch. Oh, it was so good. And because I grew so much of it, and I only grew like, I want to say like 3 plants, maybe 4. But I ended up putting, harvesting and putting it in these, the brown lunch bags. And I offered it on the weeks I had my CSAs, my bouquet subscriptions, for a couple of dollars more if somebody wanted fresh lettuce. So that actually sold pretty well. I had several of those takers. I may do another round of onions, cucumbers. Onions will come in December. I'm going to do those. Oh, and garlic. I want to do garlic, but I have to be, I got to pay attention because I want to get that from my local nursery, and that usually comes out like the 1st of October. And so it goes pretty quickly. So I need to watch for it. I need to go put a notification out so I can know when that's in the store. So fall garden's a little bit smaller, but I'm really hoping that the pest problem is not going to be as bad. That was just got away from us this year, this spring. But we still had a good harvest of tomatoes, peppers. I mean, I'm still getting peppers. So that's going to be my fall garden. I'm super excited to do it. I don't know, there's something really just rejuvenating to get out there and clean out and make sure all of that's cleaned out and like start over with a clean slate. So I'm excited for fall. Same thing with my flowers, getting those, you know, all of that kind of in order. So I'm ready for fall planting. I'm kind of excited. I am. If you have any tips on fall planting, please let me know. Y'all know I'm always open to tips and tricks. You know what? This is something else I wanted to say while I was on here, because it has to do with being over 50 and the way that, you know, one of the reasons why we are growing our own food is, you know, several years ago we adopted a cleaner eating way. So trying not to eat any preservatives or chemicals in our food. And it is just amazing the difference in the taste of the tomatoes I grew this year versus the ones I get in the store. Even how long they last. And so, you know, our food that we grow has lasted a lot longer than when we get it from the grocery store, because, you know, it sits for a while before it gets actually to your store. So I think that's the other reason why I am I'm excited to be on this journey, just being able to eat fresher food. I will say, when on the times that I can't eat as well as I want to because of whatever the situation is, work or something, or travel, you know, this body doesn't respond well. I do find that, you know, that some of those aches and pains just feel so much more exaggerated when I eat certain foods that just don't, that are just heavily processed. And so I am trying to learn on this part of the journey of my life to pay more attention to what I need sustainably. So that's another reason why I get excited about growing our own food. I do. It's so crazy because 15 years ago, y'all could have cared less where my food came from. I don't think I ever even gave it a thought of where my food came from. And now the older I get, the more I think about it. I also think we are in a different time where we do talk about those things. I know growing up, we didn't really talk about it. 20 years ago, I was not in circles that talked about it. So I am excited that my grandchildren understand about where their food came from or comes from. Currently, my 6-year-old granddaughter will not eat beef because a mini cow is her favorite animal this month. My other granddaughter, the middle granddaughter, and who is hysterical, she says, yeah, you know, her thing is, well, a mini pig is my favorite animal, but I'm still eating bacon. So, I mean, they are understanding where their food comes from and how it's grown and how it's treated. So it is another reason why we are trying to be as organic as possible out here on the farm. I don't know. It's just a different way. It's just a different thought process. So I know that, you know, as time goes on, I'm hoping it'll get easier, just from a learning perspective, our learning curve that we have. But again, always open to tips and tricks. So now I'm off to, I'm going to put these back in the closet. That is one of the reasons why I love these, is I can stack them in the closet, out of the way in a cool place. So go shove these back in the closet, and I got a few other things I need to do today, and then I'm gonna call it done. So until we can meet again, my friends, I hope you are turning all your daydreams into a reality.